In this video, we're gonna talk about one of the questions I hate the most. I'm gonna step on a lot of toes, and I do use the questions a lot too, but in a different context. So we'll talk about that. But one of the questions I used to really hate, up to 10 years ago, is like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, right? And imagine if I'm early 20s and I'm like, 5 years, like, what are you talking about? So I've heard people talk about this a lot, and when they start to think about career, right? So there's different types of careers I think about. There's structured careers, and there's unstructured. Structured, I like to think about it if you're a doctor, a lawyer, even a banker. Like it's very structured. You leave, you graduate, you do 3 years as an analyst, as a doctor. You might do, you know. Um, you're an intern, you're a resident, then you're an attendant, and the next 5 to 8 years are probably structured for you. If you're in a tech or most other companies, it's not very structured. Like you don't know what the path is, or like for us, in tech sales, it's you start as an SDR, then you probably go to an account tech executive, maybe you go into management. Those are some of the path, but you still have to figure out what it is that you want. So when people come and they ask me, where is it you see yourself in 5 years? For me, there's a built-in assumption that I can I can know like in 5 years how things are going to work out. And so I start to set intentions of there's some things that I would like to accomplish, but I like to think about it of what are the stuff that I'm doing today that if I continue doing, I don't know what might happen, but I feel good that after a while, like if I keep doing great work and being a great manager, so I have to do my day job well. But then the other thing I start to think about, am I asking for feedback? Because I have to make sure that I'm constantly learning and evolving and I'm mastering the role. And then am I building a network? Um, some of those things, heads down, doing great work, asking for feedback, and building a network, has led me to where I am today. I couldn't have told you that I would have been in this place 5 years ago. Sometimes it's hard to even imagine that certain jobs would have popped up 5 years ago. But because I try to be, like I said, excellent in my now, then my next season or that next role or whatever that may happen next, just always fell into place. Now, you may not be like me and you might want to have a very strict plan, but this is how I've done it. And I said, there's a reason why I hate it, but I know it's not for everybody. When people ask me, hey, where you see yourself in 5 years? Um, I more like to think about, hey, here are some transferable skills that I'm trying to build. Here's a general intention of path that I want to go on. But here are some things that I'm doing today that if I keep doing, like, I don't want to put a cap on where I would be in the next 5 years. I guess I want to turn it over to you. Like, how do you answer this question? Or do you guys even like this question?